Okay, now I'm ready. Hello and welcome to Kristen Hampton. Wait, I haven't really decided what to call this yet, but I will call it Kristen Hampton Makes Chicken Noodle Soup, and you can too. And I'm not a real chef, but yes, I am. Okay, and I'm also a doctor. Okay, hold on. Mash and go. I'm so nervous and I don't know why. Okay. Oh my God, this is exciting. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Making Chicken Soup with Kristen on this hot plate that everybody's worried is going to catch on fire, but don't worry, it's not, because it's an induction cooktop, and everybody's been sending me emails asking about what it is, hashtag not sponsored. It says Duck's Top Induction Cooktop Expert, DUXTOP. I don't get no money from that, but this one lady wanted to buy it for her mom for Christmas or something. So DUXTOP, get on that. P.S. We are also over here that you can't see is a computer, and it's streaming live right now to to YouTube. Facebook is over here. YouTube is over here. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Facebook. Thank you for joining us for cooking soup on Sunday with Kristen and chickens. That's the name of it. I think that sounds good. I'll stick with that. Okay. I'm going to just hurry because nobody has time to do anything. Because you probably got a lot going on, and I'm just over here running my mouth. I'm going to cut this thing on, do it on like a 5. This is so easy. You don't have to have hardly anything. I got onions, chopped up big. I got carrots and celery. Can y'all see that? Please forgive me if I just have trouble looking at both screens, because I have the ADHD real bad, and I'm going to try to do my best, but I promise this is really good chicken noodle soup. It's world famous in my heart. Not really in the world, but I call it world famous because, you know, you're not a big deal unless you act like you're a big deal, and my soup is a big deal, okay? So anyway, I wanted to show you a trick or a tip to make it look like, you know, you'll make this chicken noodle soup and people will be like, did you get a raise? And you'll be like, yeah, no, not really, but they'll think that you got money because look here, this is how you cut your vegetables. See how that looks right there? How it's diagonal. Now there's a fancy name for it. It's called on the bias if you got money. And you just chop it like that. I like to have big hunks in my soup. If that's how I like it. You can make it small. You can do whatever you want. Dice it up. See, look at that. God, I'm actually shaking because I'm so nervous. Because I'm on YouTube too. There are 51 people watching on YouTube, and there are 4 points for whatever. A lot of people. Okay? That's how you do it. See how they're all diagonally, and it's like, ooh, look at you, cash money. Yeah. All right. So finish that up. Onions, celery, carrots, and call it a day as far as vegetables go. But then I got one more thing. Do the same thing with the carrots. Beep-boop, 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 beep-boop. Please don't cut your fingers off while you're doing a live video. Okay, hold on. Okay. Trash bag. Put that in there. Kind of forgot that I already turned this on. Is that a gnat? Seriously? Oh my God. That's fine. Just a little extra season in the pan. Boom. Last week it was a carrot and sweets. It's a gnat. Let a little mouse come crawling around behind me. That would be awesome. Anyway, here's my professional. Don't worry. Once again, this is an induction cooktop. It ain't going to catch on fire. See, watch this. Spin on 5 for a minute. What is that? I mean, it's warm. I ain't going to set my finger there for a long time because we're not trying to make cooked fingers. We're trying to make chicken noodle soup. Okay, where was I at? Okay, you got all this, but don't worry about this yet because should I go through my ingredients first? Yes. This is the piece of de resistance. That right there is 5 huge cloves of garlic. If you're like, holy heck, girl, that's too much garlic. Well, what's wrong with you? You got a problem. And that's your problem. And I'm not here to try to fix it because that's between you and God. So anyway, I like garlic. And this actually might be a little bit too much. But let me just get it in there and taste it. And then, you know, I'll go from there. So we got onions, carrots and celery. We got 1.5 pounds of garlic. We got some of this chicken stock. We got some wide egg nudes. And basically, and I have my secret ingredient, but I'm not ready for that yet. So let's go ahead and get hold on, let me get my spoon. Let me make sure sure that that pot holder is nowhere to be found because it says a huge cursie on it, and I can't find it. Right there, it's hidden, I think. I'm very much against cursing in my lives because I like for children to be able to watch if they want to. And one time I was holding this pot holder and flapping it all around, and it has a level 10 on it. And everybody was like, okay, anyway. So I'm going to put the onions in first. I'm going to put a little olive oil in there. That's already pretty darn hot. It's going to splash. Do not be afraid. You come to this kitchen with courage and your heart, or you don't come at all. See? Stir that in there. Probably like, hey, Kristen, you looking professional. That your little salt bucket. Wooden pit. All these people have sent me pictures that they went and found this on the internet after they watched my thing a couple weeks ago. Okay? Wash your hands before you get in the kitchen, you nasty thing. Because I did that. And that's how I did it. Put that in there, let it get a little bit soft. Not too soft. Put that on there because it's splashing everywhere. And Tara don't like that. I'm going to turn it down here. Speaking of Tara, it don't matter what she don't like because she ain't here. Ooh, that thing's spraying her. You should see over here and things that you cannot see that are outside of this shot. Okay? It's pretty bad. Let us see. It needs to be cold and rainy out for this. It is, Mary Lou. Y'all are watching on YouTube and Facebook? That's amazing. Imagine the garlic you're holding a 14-year-old. What's that mean? Poots? Toots? Tooted? Gross. But also a natural thing that humans do, okay? Anyway, where was I? My wife, Tara, is not here. I'm going to get serious for just a second, and I want you to stick with me because this is important. On Friday, she finished her 800-mile journey to Lake Charles, Louisiana, and that's where she is right now. She is an independent insurance adjuster. God, I'm crying. I've been doing lives all week that make me cry, but that's okay. Because she's been insurance adjusting for a long time. And hold on, let me stir this. And as she rolled into Lake Charles, she called me on the phone, and the first words out of her mouth were, holy bloop. And you can guess it was a level 10 curse that came out of her mouth because of what she saw when she got there. I know you're probably like, what? That hurricane came through 9 weeks ago. And then 3 weeks ago, another one came through. So Hurricane Laura, Hurricane Delta came on right after that. They got a lot of stuff going on there. It's awful. It's terrible. It looks like a war zone. She sent me some pictures of it. And so I thought, what can we do today? We're cooking. We're making our soup. It's a pretty easy soup to make. I'm all about using my platform or platforms to help people. And I know that right now those people there, they're not in the media that much because there's so much to be in the media right now. They need help. And what I like to do is help people and help raise money with food because I love to feed people. I've loved to feed people ever since I was a little kid, like tiny kid. So I actually called the guy that is the PR fellow, the media representative for Second Harvest Food Bank of Southern Louisiana. And that's a little button that's up on your screen right there. And I talked to him. And he talked to me for like 30 minutes. And I think he just kind of thought, well, she might, donate $100 or so, which I will because I don't ever put up a fundraiser that I don't donate to. Before these hurricanes came, because of the pandemic, oh my God, onions, hold on. Before these hurricanes came, they were on track to double their food distribution for the year. Imagine that. That was pandemic related. Laura comes 9 weeks ago. Delta comes 3 weeks ago. Those people are devastated and they need food. So if you don't have any money to give, that is 100% okay. This is just on the Facebook link, you YouTube people. You find 79 bunch of YouTube people. If you don't have any money to give, or if you are that person that needs money right now, wherever you live, please don't worry about donating. All you got to do is sit here and watch me make this chicken soup for free. Okay? Don't worry about that. If you're one of those people that needs help, please reach out to an organization in your area. If you don't want to give to this fundraiser, then please don't. That's okay. Maybe you want to call and give to another one or something that's in your area. But the money raised here today is going to go help those people in Southwest Louisiana, Lake Charles area. And Tara, I hope you're watching. I know you've already met with some people who are so hurt right now, and hopefully we can do a little something to help them. I wonder if this happens when you get older, you just start crying a lot, Anyway, it's happiness because we can help people. And so if you can't, that's okay. And everybody, if you're watching from Southwest Louisiana, y'all stay strong, please. I know you've been wrecked. Your lives have been wrecked. Stay strong. And hopefully maybe you get to see my wife. And if you are, please don't be mean to her. But if you are, that's okay, because she already knows when people are mean to her, they're not really being mean to her. They're being mean to those daggum hurricanes that have wrecked their homes. Okay? Anyway, so there's some onions in there. And the reason I didn't put this other stuff in is because I don't want it to get overcooked. Okay? Here. Dump that in there, because this is going to cook. And I don't want it to get too cooked. Turn it up. Don't be afraid. Do not be scared of turning up the pan too high. Oh, guess what I have? I got my peppercorn thing refilled. So this will also make people think, ooh, is that whole cracked pepper you put in here? You must have got another raise. He's like, but it's not that expensive. And you can buy a whole, like, 500 pounds of it for, you know, not that much, and lasts forever. And it just basically makes big old chunks of pepper. So you're probably like, well, this looks easy enough. I think I could do this. Well, just wait. There's more. I'm kidding. It gets easier. It doesn't get any harder. You're probably like, hey, girl, you forgot to put the garlic in. Well, don't tell me how to do with my garlic, because that's between me and my garlic. And that's very personal. And I would appreciate you please not getting in between me and my garlic, because we have a very personal relationship. Anyway, I don't like to put my garlic in too soon, because I don't like to let it cook too much. I don't put, you know, a good handful of it in now. Kids, I know how some people are like, it's healthy if you eat raw garlic. Sadly, our small area is running out of things to help. Don't eat raw garlic, man. I did that one time, and I was sorely regretful. I just had one big old clove of it, and I was like, your stomach does not like that. And I was sick. I was like shaking sick. It was bad. Anyway, speaking of sick, you know it's cold season, and you know you go to get all crusty snot nose, and you can be like, what could I eat that would make me feel better? You can eat Kristen Hammond's world famous chicken noodle soup, because after I'm done with this video, you're going to know how to make it, because you're probably like, I cannot make chicken noodle soup. That is far too technical and outside of my realm of culinary expertise. Well, I'm not a professional. I am too. I'm a chef in my heart. I didn't go to school. I've been cooking since I was a baby. And I don't like to brag, but my mom used to let me play with the deep fryer when I was like 8, and she was at work. You know what? My grandma, when I was a little baby, like 3 years old, she used to sit me on the counter and like buy a pan of hot grease, smoke cigarettes, you know, how they did back then. It's fine. Nobody died. Okay. Okay. Let that cook down for a little bit. Oh, wow. $3,300. Thank you, guys. Once again, I want to say this again and again and again. If you do not have the money to donate, please don't. This is a little something that we can do. Some people have been not as impacted by the pandemic. Some people have actually fared okay during the pandemic. If you're one of those people and you're looking for a way to help, I know that the people of Southwest Louisiana, Second Harvest Food Bank of Southern Louisiana is helping feed hundreds of thousands of people, and they're part of a network in that area that's just got a lot going on right now. And you're probably like, man, don't you think they've already got enough money? Nope, because the thing with food is that, you know, you eat it and then you got to eat it again, and then you got to eat it again, and you got to eat it again. It's like every single day folks have got to eat. So thank you so much. If you've donated, every single penny of that is going to go to help those people. So thank you. I wonder if Tara's watching and she's like, don't you wreck my kitchen. Well, guess what? I can wreck it if I want to. Yeah. Nah. Huh. Anyway, okay, that's probably cooked enough. Now what's next? I forgot. No, I didn't. Get some of this chicken stock. You're probably like, hey, girl, last week you were talking about that better than bouillon. Just listen to me. Now I'm going to preach for a second, and it's about to get real. I put carrots, celery, onion, and garlic in here. There's nothing special about that, okay? I hope you can see folks on YouTube. If not, my apologies. It's my first time. Anyway, what's special is your broth, okay? That stuff's going to be swimming around in. That's where the magic happens, so don't mess that up. I like to use some of this, just regular chicken stock, not chicken broth, okay? Dump some of that in there. You're probably like, well, how much? Just put it in there, all right? And don't be so worried about measuring stuff. Because once again, it's just like garlic. You put enough in there until your heart says yes. Okay? And that is, my heart has not said yes. Yeah. So good thing I got 2 of them. Uh-oh. That smells good. Okay? Anyway, put another one in there. Because you want, can y'all see this pretty good? You want to have them like they're swimming around in there pretty good, but you also got to have enough liquid in there. You got to add the nudes, sorry, that scared me, and the chicken, okay? And don't forget, coming up in just a second, it's my secret ingredient. You're probably like, well, hurry up, because that's all I care about, because I already know how to make chicken noodle soup. Well, go on then. I love you anyway. Put that in there too, gently. That's not one of my most, it's very rewarding. Okay? Okay? Put that in there good. Get all of it, because we don't waste food. Sorry, yeah. Well, I think I'm just in rare form today. I think it's because I think I'm somebody, because I'm also simulcasting, professional, on YouTube. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Facebook. Hi, everybody. I'm back. It's on the hot plate, but the cord might need to be moved. Don't worry about it. Doesn't get hot back there at all because it's an induction plate. Thank you very much for thinking about it and thinking of my safety. And P.S., safety first in the kitchen. Just want you to know that if I go all the way out the back door, unlock the little storage area, and then crawl up to the top shelf, is where we keep our fire extinguisher, which is the perfect place to keep a kitchen fire extinguisher. Anyway, it is not. You need to keep it in your kitchen, okay? So look at that. Can y'all see how, like, the ratio of liquid to vegetables looks right now? It looks like there's a lot of liquid. Don't worry about it. We're probably going to add some more because what's next? Okay, let that get on up there and start doing real. Turn it way up there because we don't have time to mess around. We can see. Thank you, Tanya Dykes. Shirley Collier is chopping pecans while I make soup. P.S. How do you say pecans? Do you say it incorrectly, like pecans, or do you say it right way, like pecans? Anyway, we're going to let that boil up real good. Hurry up now. Got all day. If you're just joining us, we have onions, celery, carrots chopped on the bias because we got money. And that's all in there with some olive oil, some salt and pepper. And then I let that cook for just a second. And then I dumped 2 of these things in there, stock, not broth, because we want that flavor. Now, hold on. I'll be right back. You just wait here and don't go anywhere. Now, you're probably like, what are you doing? Because you already put that stock in there. Here's where chicken soup is different. You know how some people, they'll put a box of this broth and that's it, and then they also forgot the salt and they probably put raisins in it too. It's all about the flavor of that broth that makes your chicken noodle soup either good or bad. And if that doesn't have enough flavor in it, I'm going to pop some of this in there. But because I am my own special person, I like to start off like this, okay? 2 of these guys, just any old box of stock that you like, okay? And that's just me, and that's how I like to do it. So let me know. Anyway, oh, it smells so good already. Okay. So just come on. Let me get that boiling good. Let me go ahead and taste it. I like to taste it as I go. Ew. That was good. I just happened to be reading the back of the box when I sipped that. It says all these things that you can do with it. It says moisten leftovers with stock before reheating in the microwave. This is probably the last time I use this brand. Right now. Anyway, come on, hurry up. I can tell you already it does need some of this. This is better than bouillon, by the way. It's paste. You don't have to add. That was safe. Come on now. Just like that. That's how you do it. P.S. This is not the spoon I licked on. This is a different spoon that I got. And I mean that. It's so hot in here. Now you're going to be like, what is wrong with you? That's so much. Do as I do and not as, just put that in there. Okay, it's a whole bunch. See? P.S. If you eat that right now, it's very salty. P.S. Keep that in mind too. Don't be putting all that salt in there if you're going to be adding that better than bouillon in there. That's just going to flavor it up a little bit. And I'm going to keep that out because I'll be honest, I'm going to probably put more because I like to do what I like to do. You know how sometimes you eat people's food and they're like, And you're like, did you even taste that? Because it tastes like a hot bunch of nothing. And this is why you got to taste as you go, okay? So come on now. Please hurry. I do not have all day. I don't like to let my vegetables cook too long because I don't want them crunchy, but I want them to have a bite. I'm trying to think of a more chefy term, and I'm sure there is one, but I don't feel like being intimidating to the viewers here today. So thank you so much for appreciating that. That's me, okay? Please hurry. Thank you so much. Here's the other half of my garlic that I haven't put in there yet. I'm gonna wait. You know what? I like to not cook it, put some in there so I'm gonna have a little bite. Not raw garlic, but it's not all cooked and then you don't know what it is. Please hurry. Let's see. Left open. Banana back there ready for some banana bread. Tiffany, I know. Have other people said that? I was hoping that no one would judge my bananas. These are very ready for banana bread. Ew. Maybe past that time. These, probably tomorrow or the next day. Anyway, just now for it. Okay. So you're probably like, hey, what is that? You said you were talking about a secret ingredient. Well, here it comes. Of course, you know it's fall. And what says fall? Adding a little something to this savory soup that's a little sweet. And that is just a little bit, don't go crazy, pumpkin spice. And you're probably like, pumpkin spice? And I'm like, yeah, in your chicken noodle soup, okay? I'm telling you, I'm just kidding. It's not pumpkin spice. Gross. How many people just probably left after that? That's not pumpkin spice. This is my favorite thing called butcher's rub, okay? That's backwards on YouTube. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Anyway, I put it on everything. It's just a little extra something, and it's got some stuff in there, you know, like blah, blah, blah. Anyway, it's delicious. Put it on chicken, steak, I put it on my eggs. I put it on kale. I put it on everything. Cheerios, in my coffee. So that's the secret ingredient. And you're probably like, well, did we wait that whole time to see that? And I'm like, yeah, because when I tell you it's my secret ingredient, it's good. It's really good, and it's called butcher's rub. # not sponsored. It's just what I cook with, okay? So thank you. It's your soup. You can use the same spoon all the time. We aren't eating it, so go ahead. I use the same bouillon, and I love it. The vegetable is my favorite. They make vegetable, beef, chicken, ham. I never tried that one. Garlic, and mushroom, all in a paste. So that's another of my secret weapons. Maybe I should go ahead and chop this chicken while we're waiting. That's right. You can bake your chicken. You can grill your chicken. You can boil your chicken. I think it's best grilled, but I didn't feel like doing that today because it's cold and rainy outside. So I'm probably only going to I'm going to start with one chicken breast, and then I'm going to see how that looks. Let me just do one big one and a little small one. Okay? Oh, see all this stuff swimming around in there? Put that in there, okay? Because this is going to taste so good. I'm doing this. All right, so get your chicken, get your knife, and if you're under the age of 4, please don't use knives by yourself when you're blindfolded, okay? I don't like big old hunks of chicken. Probably should have went ahead and done this ahead of time, but it's Sunday. I'm sure nobody's got anywhere to be. That like that. Can you see? Probably not. That's okay. You can see on YouTube. Anyway, it's just chopper chicken. Like, don't worry about it. Please don't cut your fingers off on a YouTube live. Yeah, that's there. Okay. Choppity chop. Don't have to be perfect. I don't like huge chunks of chicken because that's me. If you like huge chunks of chicken, just live your life and be happy. Like how you like to do it, okay? I almost stabbed myself, but I didn't. Okay? Oh. Ooh. I'm not even kidding. I drowned it in that. Now it has some salt in it now, so don't be putting it on like crazy because it can be salty. If you're a real chef and you're like, girl, you need to learn how to use a knife. I'm fine. Hey. Okay. All right. Just gross. Did you get your special seasoning from Wilmington? Yes. How do you know that? They have one of those stores in Wilmington. It's so good. You got spices everywhere, and I walk in there and I'm like, oh my God, it makes me so happy. It's called Spice and Tea Merchants. I think that's where I got it. I'm not positive, but I'm pretty sure. So this is boiling, okay? When that's going, if I wasn't running my mouth so much, we could have already been done with this. So just so you know, this doesn't take a real long time to cook. Now here's the thing about the nudes. I use extra wide nudes. You can use skinny ones. You can use another kind of nude, whatever you want. It's your soup. But you're going to put them in there. I'm just going to put all those in there. And you're going to be like, that's not enough noodles. I have made this enough. I know that I'm probably going to doubt myself that I didn't put enough noodles in. And so then I'm going to go get the other bag. Now these are only wide noodles, and those are extra wide noodles. Now there's going to be noodle inconsistencies. That's the problem with the noodles, because they go in tiny, and you're like, let me put some more in there, because those don't look like they're swelling up like I'd hoped. 2 minutes later, they swell up, and you have a giant pot of nothing but noodles. Just a few. Just a few. Okay? $4,500. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thank you for that. That goes to help Second Harvest Food Bank of Southern Louisiana. Just a few. That's good. Yep. Now that's too much. Watch what happens. It's going to be too many nudes. How long am I supposed to cook them for? I didn't even pay attention. Just until they get about done. That's aggressive. It's very aggressive. Boil, blah, blah, blah. 8 to 10 minutes. I'm going to put it on 5 because after 5, I'm going to start checking them because I don't believe those directions on that thing ever. You ever use chicken bone stock? It's wonderful. Better than regular stock. I think I have before, but this, when I tell you, I make all of my soups, everything, I put this in there. But when I make my chicken noodle soup, I start with the box, 2 of the box things. Ooh, it's an aggressive boil. See, I knew I did it. I knew I did it. Too many nudes. It's fine. They'll all come out in the wash. So that gets in there, and you're probably like, hey, Kristen, that looks so easy. I could do that. Well, you can. You can make your own soup, and you don't have to get it out of a can. And it's much better, and people will like you more if you invite them to your house for a socially distanced chicken soup party. P.S. Ina Garten, if you happen to be watching, I'd be more than happy to come to your house for a socially distanced outdoor chicken noodle soup party. So cozy. I have this one here. I have a computer that I can get emails on. I have a whole other phone. This one, you know, I have a mailbox. So I'll be waiting. But please don't steal my chicken noodle soup recipe. What if Ina Garten steals my chicken noodle soup recipe and I see her on her show next week talking about here's my work? I'll be like, girl, that's fine. Because she's Ina Garten. I would probably be like, oh my God, Ina Garten stole my chicken noodle soup. This is probably how everybody in the whole world makes chicken noodle soup. I mean, it's not like a whole bunch of different things that you can put in it. I'm going to get this water hot because I can already tell I'm going to have to add some more. And you just, you know, while you're waiting, you just keep eating that chicken and make sure it's good. And then taste that. I know you probably think I'm a clown, but I can cook, okay? Northern bouillon is a game changer. When I tell you it's the truth, I feel like everybody already knows about it though. Step back. Don't you mess with that. No more water. Oh my God, it's perfect. Oh my God. celery, onion, carrots, nudes, chicken, garlic. That's all the same thing. Everybody's kind of got the same stuff. That broth is what makes your chicken noodle soup different. Once again, I'm sorry, this is how I start. 2 boxes of this. You're probably like, well, how much all of this stuff? I don't know, until it looks good. And then once you get those 2 boxes in, you could start with just water and just your better than bouillon, but I don't like to do that. It doesn't taste the same. This right here is how I'm living my life, and I'm thoroughly enjoying it, okay? Let's see. I want some. Hey, Letitia. Hot. I watch a clown cooking show. Put the rest of that garlic in. Who said that? Becky B on YouTube. Don't let people try to convince you that there's such a thing as too much garlic. P.S. This is to help fight a cold, and your breath is going to be so hot and nasty after you finish the soup, nobody will come near you, therefore helping to reduce the spread of the cold throughout your house. Genius. And garlic is delicious. I'm going to have to put some more water in. That's a lot of garlic in here. But that's okay. It's Kristen Hampton's world famous chicken noodle garlic soup. That's good if you don't boil your chicken. I don't boil mine. I've roasted this in the oven, but you can boil up whatever's easiest for you. If you keep eating, you will get too full. Won't be hungry for supper. It happens every single time. Look at how shiny I'm getting from this steaming chicken broth. Stop. Steam face bath. Okay? How much time? 38 seconds. Okay. Let's see how these are doing. Ooh, looking nice. Nowhere near being done, but they're getting there. Whole thing right now is about timing because you got your vegetables in there. You don't want them to get too done. You don't want them to be undone. So this is just kind of a practice type thing where you got to put things in layers. That sounded very chefly. In layers. Now you're like, why aren't you putting that chicken in there? Because if you boil chicken when it's already like that, you boil chicken when it's already like that for too long, it starts falling apart and you'll have nothing but little chicken bits up in there, okay? Listen to me, I'm a chef, okay? Oh, I'm put right, no, yes, no. Okay, tiny little bit of crunch to that celery. Carrots are getting close. They're like too close. Hurry up. I got to put some more water in here. When I put more water in, I'm going to put more of this in. Okay. Thank you for donating. If you donated to our fundraiser to help the folks in Southwest Louisiana, if you're just joining us and you're probably like, where's Tara? Is Tara mad that you're tearing the kitchen up? No, well, she probably is, but she can't do nothing about it because she's in Lake Charles right now. She is an independent insurance adjuster, and she is down there helping inspect houses that have been damaged 9 weeks ago by Hurricane Laura and then 3 weeks ago by Hurricane Delta. They were tarped up, waiting to get repaired from the first storm. Delta came along, ripped the tarps off. A whole lot of people are in a whole lot of hurt right now. That's why we're trying to raise money for Second Harvest Food Bank of Southern Louisiana. The little button you see down there at the top of your screen. Oh my God, I'm doing so good at talking so fast without really taking a breath, and all the words are coming out just perfectly. If you want to help with that organization, you know that's something I'm passionate about, is helping make sure that everybody has food, because no matter who you are, no matter what you did, no matter what you didn't do, no matter your circumstances, you deserve to eat. Parents, children, grandparents, aunts, uncles, everybody deserves to not be hungry. So that's why we're trying to help out here today while we're sitting here making this delicious chicken noodle soup. And I think I have done it. I forgot to put more stuff. Each time I put something into this, I do get a clean spoon because I'm not trying to put old, licky, hot mouth spoons into this stuff. Put some of that in there. See, don't worry, it's fine. Come on, hurry up. My carrots are gonna get too done. I'm real freaked about everything just being perfectly done. So you gotta kind of space out how you do stuff and how you time things, because it's all gotta be done at the perfect time. Right now I have my onions, carrots, celery, garlic, nudes, and all that stuff in. I'm waiting to put my chicken in until my noodles are almost completely done. And then we shall have the perfect, when I tell you it is really good. And you're like, well, that doesn't look any different from the way I make chicken noodle soup. First of all, why are you so mad? I'm just kidding. But the whole point, the secret, is in the stock, okay? P.S. It is National Mother-in-Law's Day. And I don't know if my mother-in-law is watching, but if she is, I love you, Mama Jones. I love you a lot. And the reason I even started making chicken noodle soup is because Tara was like, man, I miss my mom's chicken noodle soup. And I was like, I bet I can make chicken noodle soup better than your mom's. And I was like, I've never made chicken noodle soup in my life. And I made it, and she was like, that's really good. And then we went home and had her mom's chicken noodle soup. She, like, goes and gets real chickens and, like, cooks some and then makes real noodles. And when I tell you, I was like, this ain't going to be better than my chicken noodle soup. It's better than my chicken noodle soup. So you're probably like, why don't you do her recipe? Well, because it's hard. And I felt like doing something easy because it's Sunday. It's Sunday afternoon. So it's easy like a Sunday afternoon. There you go. Checking on the nudes. Come on. Okay, I did it. Give me a noodle. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope it helps make you smile a little. And maybe if you're bored, you're like, okay, did I just watch this for however long this has been going on? Like 30-something minutes? I apologize, I'll hurry. Beep, 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 beep. So again, if you don't like salt, don't put it in there, all right? Don't judge me. I'm going to do it again. P.S. For Christmas, my mom gives me better than bouillon. She gives me like 2 or 3 of these big jars. This is literally what my Christmas gifts are. 2 or 3 of these big old jars, and then a big, giant 5-pound bag of onions. And that's my Christmas present. And I swear to you, I remember the first time she did that, she was like, honey, I'm sorry I didn't get you nothing else. And I was like, what else on this earth do I possibly need other than some chicken stock and some onions? Like, I'm set, and I mean that. So we give each other food things, and that's okay, because I love food. It's very important to me. It's important to me to feed people. In my life, I haven't had any people over to my house very much lately because of the pandemic, so I miss that. But I love to feed people, and I love to watch people eat my food and see them be happy, nourishing their bodies, so on and so forth. If you have donated to Second Harvest Food Bank, 5,000. Wow. Thank you, guys. Thank you for that. You're helping a lot of people get through a really tough time right now, and there's no way to speed up anymore the process of getting their homes repaired. But while they're waiting in the meantime, they deserve to be able to eat when they want to and have that burden taken off their shoulders, okay? I'll put a little more chicken in here because I want to. That felt like a gross piece. Yeah, I went fine. I don't like, in my chicken noodle soup, I don't like tons and tons of chicken. I know you're probably like, well, that's stupid because it's chicken noodle soup. Let me live my life, okay? Something about those Vidalia onions and the onion. Wanda Lunsford just mentioned over here on Facebook, hello YouTube. Wanda Lunsford just mentioned a very important point about Vidalia onions, because when Vidalia onions had just come out, it was the beginning of May in 1980, and my mom was in the Vidalia onion aisle, and she remembered, because apparently this is a big day for her. That's when she went into labor with me, and then she left the store, you know, of course, like everyone does when they go into labor, and they go home and get in the shower while they're in labor. And so when I tell you she went into labor, like, you know how that thing happens, which is gross, and we don't have to talk about it because that's fine. I'm going to turn this down because these noodles are just about done and my vegetables are getting there. I'm just going to barely cook that chicken through. Anyway, my mom was in the Vidalia onion aisle and her water broke. And, you know, she went and got in the shower and literally was pulling up to the hospital, and they put her in a wheelchair lo and behold, maybe you shouldn't have stopped to take a shower, Mama, because one of my feet was sticking out. You're probably like, what? Your feet? And I'm like, yeah, I was born feet first. Hit the ground running. So that's why Vada onions are important. And it's kind of cute that I just now realized the correlation there, that she gives me onions for Christmas. It's pretty cute. I love onions. I use them all the time because I make soup all the time, especially in the winter. Okay, so hold on. Let me get my fancy bowl. Ooh, look how much money you got. This costs like $2 at Target. Lies, pure one. But it's still only like $2. And you can't serve soup. Oh my God, I don't have a soup scooper. Just hold on. Oh, no, I got one. Okay. Hold on, I forgot something. Calm down. Shoot. Almost did it, Kersey, but it didn't, okay? Hold on. And this isn't so much for flavor as it is, once again, look at me, I got money. Come on now. Oh, come on. Yeah. Parsley. Put parsley in there. Is that parsley? Yeah. Put some in there and just, watch that. Just go, you know, that happens. Look at that. Waggle, 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 waggle. Okay. Anyway, put some parsley in there because what it's going to do, I don't think it has anything to do with flavor, but it's going to put some little green speckles in your soup and it's going to make it look like you're an actual chef. People will be like, oh my God, what restaurant made this soup for you? Because it looks so rich with those things all cut diagonally and such. And you'll be like, I made this chicken noodle soup myself. And you can even lie and say it's your recipe. I don't care. That's your business, okay? Get that in there like so. That's really nice. Okay, now we're ready. Spin, 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 spin. Okay. All right, here we go. If you're Ina Garten and you're watching, all right, she's probably watching. What she don't do on a Sunday, you know? Unless she's having one of her outdoor, socially distant outdoor parties. This is how she smells like fall. Smells like a healing cold remedy. P.S. There's absolutely nothing scientifically that says this heals your cold, but it certainly does help fight the symptoms. Oh my God, it looks amazing. Well, that just looks very professional. And Viola, this is Kristen Hampton's world famous chicken noodle soup. Ow, my hand's burning. But that's okay because a beautiful thumbnail is more important than the skin on your hands. And you heard that here first. Okay, let's taste it. What if Ina Garten really is watching and she's like, I really would like to have her come over for a socially distanced outside chicken noodle soup party. Girl, we can drink wine too. I know I don't drink wine on my Facebook Live, but that don't mean I don't when the camera's off. I'm kidding. Okay, let me get this. Let me get a nude and a celery and come on. Come on. And piece. There we go. Perfect bite. Okay. Use fresh parsley, all the difference in the world. So I actually thought about that, Linda Walter. I didn't want to because you don't use enough of it, and every time I've ever gotten parsley, I've used like 3 sprinkles of it, and then the whole thing's gone to waste. Except for now that I don't waste food. Last time I had it, I made a chimichurri sauce out of it because that's how much of a chef I am. It's pretty hot, and I don't want to burn my mouth off. Now I can cook. Ooh, that's got some garlic in it. Anyway, I'm gonna just run through it real quick. Onions, carrots, celery, garlic, chicken, 2 things of this, some of this, parsley, you know, because you want it to look like you're rich. This stuff is my secret ingredient, the butcher's rub from Spice and Tea Merchants. Anyway, and then I think that's it. Did I forget anything? Did I say nudes? Egg nudes. Egg nudes. And then there you go. You have yourself a delicious fall and winter favorite that will be sure to please the entire family, except for those weird people in your family that are like, gross, I don't like chicken noodle soup, in which case they don't need to be a part of your family. Okay? I did this. I did this and I can be proud of it. Please remember, if you're watching over here on YouTube or if you're watching over here on Facebook, times are really tough right now for a whole bunch of people. Hold on, my stomach is about to growl. Please let that pass first, okay? Hello? What you doing? Oh, don't curse. I'm live. Ooh. Can I call you back in just a second? Okay, I love you. Bye. Okay, I thought she was calling to yell at me, but she was calling to tell me that her day was really long. That was Tara. She was in Southwest Louisiana, in Lake Charles. She's an independent insurance adjuster, and she's helping claims. There are some people who haven't even had their claims adjusted from Hurricane Laura. And then Hurricane Delta came through, wrecked things twice. These people have been through one storm, and then 6 weeks later, another storm. But this is to everybody who's watching on both platforms here. I know you might be having some really tough times. A lot of people are having some tough times. I just want you to try to do your best and consider that every day. If you had a bad day today, you didn't get out of the bed, you didn't do nothing, you feel like you're a failure, you are absolutely not, because tomorrow is a new day. A lot of people are suffering from depression and from anxiety, and a lot of people need to hear somebody say, it's okay for you to be depressed right now. It's okay for you to be anxious right now. Don't stay in the bottom of your hole forever. Don't keep digging yourself deeper and deeper and deeper. If there's something that you can do to help get out, please try it. But you got to remember you're okay, and tomorrow can be better. Okay? I just hope if anybody needed to hear that, that might help you, because sometimes it helps me when I get anxious or I get a little bit down. It helps me to remember that that's okay, and I'm not a daggum failure. I'm especially not a failure because I made this chicken noodle soup, and it tastes like it came from a restaurant, but it didn't. It came from my body. Like my hands. Oh, God. That's going to be the thing on when I have my restaurant, or I go to Ina Garten's house and I make a little card that says what the foods are that I cook. I'm going to have a little thing on there that said it came from my body because I made it and you watched it. So it's not fake. So there you go. Anyway, thank you so much for donating. Wow, $5,337 to help people in Southwest Louisiana who are going through so much right now. If you have the means, please help donate. If you don't, please don't. Please don't give $1, don't give 50 cents, don't give any money if you don't have the means right now. Also, here's another thing important to remember. If you're one of those people watching, whether you've been impacted by a hurricane or not, it's okay if you have to reach out for help. That's what these organizations are there for. I called the guy from the Second Harvest Food Bank of Southern Louisiana today, and he spent like 30 minutes on the phone with me going through all this stuff. These people are just as passionate about helping people get back to normal. And part of that is being able to find something to eat. How comforting is that? To be able to know that all this other stuff is wrecked in your world, but you've got food. A lot of people are in a lot of different circumstances. They've lost their jobs. They've lost their homes. I aim any chance I can to help make sure that people don't lose their access and their resource of food. Okay? So thank you for appreciating that. Thank you for donating. You are okay. I sound like that guy from Saturday Night Live. You're good enough. You're smart enough, and doggone it, there's probably some people that don't like you, and that is okay, because there's some people that don't like me, like 2. I'm kidding. Anyway, thank y'all so much for watching on YouTube. This is my first YouTube live. So, gross, my knees crunch. That's just the refrigerator. Now it's quiet. So if my belly makes a noise, it's going to sound like a toot. So I better go. Thank you so much for watching. Bye to YouTube. Bye now. Yes, I want to end it. Of course I want to end it. Why would I have mashed the button if I didn't want to end it? I'm sorry. I'm not mad at you. Okay.